It's not easy being an American college student. Out of 325 million Americans, only about 40% hold an associate degree or higher. Out of the other 60% of Americans, 22% are college dropouts. Considering the amount of time and money needed to even become a college student in the first place, these numbers show how much of a challenge it is to complete higher education. American college students face a heavy workload. It's common to hear stories from college students about crippling stress, overexertion, and bottomless cups of coffee. One strategy for approaching the university workload is the all-nighter. Since not everyone has the privilege to pursue higher education, many may have never needed to utilize such an extreme homework technique. The all-nighter is the perfect undertaking for the student in need of a climactic build-up to the submission of their assignments. An all-nighter typically consists of a student procrastinating all their work until the night before it's due. Then, without sleeping, the student hunkers down and binges the entire assignment in one sitting. While it's not recommended to pull all-nighters often or at all, it does serve a purpose in the lives of students, and it has some underappreciated beauty to it. That's why I wanted to share with you my experience pulling an all-nighter for this English assignment. This is the Albin O. Kuhn Library of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. The library's 24-hour Retriever Learning Center, or RLC, is an absolute godsend for students in need of a space to finish up their work or cram for something big. It's big, good-looking, and has great computers. Choosing homework over sleep can be tolling on students. It's not uncommon to find people sleeping on the comfortable seats in the RLC in between homework assignments. As expected, there aren't many students in the RLC during the earliest hours of the morning. It allows for a very tranquil atmosphere, but at the same time, you can't ignore the tension in the room. Nobody is here to enjoy themselves, and that makes for a unique feeling while doing your homework. Once under the effects of sleep deprivation and unhealthy amounts of caffeine, you're likely to perform suboptimally. This is where the challenges of outlasting the night begin. In this video, I'm typing out the script you're listening to right now. It was fun to write. It's been a while since I've taken on a video project, so I wanted to put forth my best effort. The video editing and audio mixing had proven to be the most time-consuming, and planning a storyboard for a cohesive video essay was a huge challenge. The first side effect of the all-nighter was a lack of focus. I found myself spacing out of my work more and more as the morning went on. It can be very frustrating when your time is limited, but your work is inefficient. After my attention began to waver, the anxiety set in. A feeling of incapability combined with the imminent due date of the assignment made me begin to regret pursuing this idea for my third English assignment. But taking breaks is very important for a healthy academic lifestyle. When I found the anxiety getting to me, I stood up to walk around the RLC. I took the opportunity to ask someone about their situation and opinions. Tyler is a freshman at UMBC with no declared major. What brings you here so early?
Just really overloaded with work, so I had to come in here as early as I could in the morning to get everything done, essentially.
Do you have to come here early often to get homework done?
Yeah, I would say pretty often, at least a couple times a week. I mean, sometimes if I only have a little bit to do, I can come here at 6, or 5, 6. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if I, have really, really a lot to do, I can come in at 2, 3 even.
Do you ever do a whole all-nighter?
I have a couple times. I would say it's probably one of the worst ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say even if you have a ton to do, you need at least a couple hours, because otherwise I just can't, focus really. A couple hours of sleep, I mean. It's not so much being here that's the issue. I mean, it's okay. I can work just fine. I get my stuff done just fine. It's just I would rather be sleeping.
Once the sun comes up, you're in the home stretch. Whether you like it or not, your work must be done soon. So start getting an idea of what you'll have to live with as a grade. Maybe I've earned a solid A, or even a high B. Let's hope I've done better than a C, but who knows when you procrastinate all your work. Regardless of the grade I earn, I've enjoyed documenting my Wednesday morning at the RLC. As mentioned before, it's a lot of hard work to be a college student. College degrees are a highly desired and lesser obtained qualification, and for good reason. However, that's exactly what makes pulling an all-nighter a weirdly beautiful thing. Staying up all night doing homework isn't for the faint of heart. One must be heavily committed to endure hours of stress and exhaustion while still completing their work on time. When I see someone staying up all night to complete a reading or compose an essay, I don't see it as irresponsibility or underappreciation. I see a student proving something to themselves, and it's glorious. Sometimes the student who pulls an all-nighter comes out victorious, with their work completed and to a sufficient standard. They've demonstrated desire to pursue higher education, and the student can now take on bigger challenges, although hopefully more healthy ones. For others, however, the stressful undertaking of college can be too much. No amount of all-nighters or Red Bull is enough to fully commit someone to an education in which their heart isn't. As I submit this video essay, I hope you've seen what I do and the appeal of procrastinating one's work for the challenge of getting it done in a single, glorious, overnight swoop. I'm very satisfied with the video I've created. Even though it took me 2 whole nights instead of just 1.